Tonight, you're tired of carrying what happened to you, and you're tired of feeling like you have to look fine on the outside while your heart feels bruised on the inside. And this is what God is inviting you into tonight. As you pray tonight, may your body begin to soften, may your breathing slow, and may peace settle over you in a way that makes rest possible. Put one hand on your chest, take a slow breath in, let your shoulders drop, and unclench your jaw. You don't have to hold yourself together right now. You are safe to be held. You've been strong for so long. You've managed the day. You've answered messages. You've carried responsibilities that nobody sees. You've kept the home moving forward, maybe with dishes still in the sink, maybe with laundry half folded, maybe with a towel that didn't get put away, maybe with the trash that needs to go out tomorrow, maybe with something set out for the morning so you won't forget it. You might have checked the stove twice. You might have checked the locks. You might have walked through the house one more time, turning off a light in the hallway, adjusting a nightlight, lowering your voice without thinking, because motherhood teaches you to soften the world around you. And even if the house is quiet now, your mind might still be loud. You might still be replaying a conversation. You might still be weighing a decision. You might still be carrying a line someone said that landed wrong. You might still be thinking about your children, where they were today, what they faced, what they heard, what they're carrying that you can't fully reach. That mother heart in you doesn't really clock out. So let this be permission to downshift. Let this be your exhale. Let this be the moment you stop bracing. Even if you can't change anything right now, you can change your pace. You can soften your shoulders. You can loosen your forehead. You can let your hands rest. You can let your tongue rest in your mouth instead of pressing tight. You can let your chest open a little as you breathe. Stay here with God a little longer. You're not alone tonight. But God is inviting you tonight into something deeper than surviving. God is inviting you into wholeness, not perfection, not pretending, not performing. Wholeness. You were never meant to live as someone saved for heaven, but worn down through every day on earth. You were never meant to live with pain locked behind your smile, with secrets and regrets and old wounds that still have a voice in your thoughts when the lights go out. God cares about your life right now, your inner life, your emotional life, your thought life, your peace, your steadiness. God cares about the part of you nobody sees. And God cares because you are loved and because you're being shaped into a steady, safe place for your children to land. There are nights when you can look fine from the outside, and inside you feel like you're unraveling. You can do the right things, show up, be helpful, serve, smile, keep commitments, and still feel like a storm is living in your chest. And the hardest part is that you can become so good at hiding it that even you don't fully admit how much it hurts. You keep moving because you have to. You keep functioning because people need you. You keep showing up because motherhood doesn't pause for your emotions. But God sees what you carry. God sees what you swallow. God sees the nights when you finally get alone, when the hallway light is off, the doors are checked, the house sounds settled, and you exhale like you've been holding your breath all day. Maybe there's a nightlight down the hall. Maybe there's the soft hum of the dishwasher finishing its cycle. Maybe there's the quiet click of the refrigerator, the settling of the house, the distant sound of a car passing, the tiny creak of a floorboard. God sees you turning the last lamp off. God sees you pulling the blanket up. God sees you staring at the ceiling, trying to make your thoughts quiet. God sees you, and God draws close, gentle with the bruised places in you. What God is reminding you tonight is this: you don't have to stay where pain left you. Sometimes pain leaves you in a low place on the inside, an inner place where you revisit what happened, where you rehearse what was said, where you collect memories like evidence, where you keep asking, why me? Why did they do that? Why didn't anyone protect you? Why didn't anyone notice? Why did you have to be the strong one again? And there's a part of you that wants someone to climb down into that place and truly understand. But sometimes people don't. Sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes they minimize it. Sometimes they judge it. Sometimes they offer a sentence instead of help. Sometimes they act like you should be over it by now. But this is true. You may have been placed there by something you didn't choose. You may have been hurt by what someone did to you, or what someone didn't do for you, or what someone kept doing when you needed it to stop. You may have been left with grief, betrayal, humiliation, fear, or a deep tiredness you can't explain. And you don't have to stay there. You're safe to rest while you pray. That low place is not your identity. It is not your home. It is not your future. And God is not asking you to deny what happened. God is leading you out, slowly, truly, and completely, so you can live steady again. Because a wounded soul doesn't only hurt you, it affects your relationships. It can make you react faster than you want to. It can make you on edge for no reason you can explain. It can make you dread the next conflict. It can make you fear the next disappointment. And sometimes, without even wanting to, you can pass on the shakiness of your inner world to the ones you love most, especially your children. And you don't want that. You want to be stable. You want to be present. You want to be steady. You want your home to feel like a safe place. Not a place where everyone wonders which version of you they're going to get today. The tender version, the exhausted version, the anxious version, the snappy version, the shutdown version. So tonight, breathe again. You don't have to fix everything to be held by God. You don't have to solve everything to be steady. You don't have to carry every outcome to be a good mother. You can be faithful without being frantic. God can heal your inner world. God can heal your soul. Healing is not a secret key, and it's not instant, and it's not denial. Healing is God walking with you as you learn new ways to think, new ways to respond, new ways to rest, new ways to forgive, new ways to be free. And you are not disqualified because it's taking time. Some healing is quick, some healing is layered, some healing is quiet and steady like a sunrise. You don't notice until the room is lit. Stay here with God a little longer. Let your breathing be slow enough that your body believes you are safe. And tonight, God is tender, but also clear. God will help you, and God will also strengthen you to stand. God will heal you, and God will also guide you in what to practice, without pressure, without shame, with grace. Because the same God who calls you to wholeness also gives you strength to walk toward it. So tonight, let God speak over your identity. Let God touch the places that still ache. Let God carry what you were never meant to carry. Let your intercession for your children come from peace, not panic. Let your faith be calm enough to rest. Let this settle over you before you pray for anyone else. Let God care for you, the woman behind the motherhood, the heart behind the responsibilities, the soul behind the strong face. You are not a project God is annoyed with. You are loved. You are seen. You are known. You are not forgotten in the middle of everybody else's needs. And one of the deepest healing moments for a woman is when you stop trying to earn love and simply receive it. Pain often teaches this lie. Love is conditional. Love must be earned. Love can be withdrawn. Love depends on performance. Love depends on whether you are easy to love. Pain can train you to scan for signs, to brace for rejection, to tense your shoulders before anyone even speaks. But God's love is not a reward you collect on good days. Love is who God is, and God loves you right now, as you are, in this bed, in this tired body, in this honest moment. So tonight, instead of trying to impress God, receive God. Close your eyes again if you can. Take one slow breath. Picture your shoulders releasing. Picture your hands opening. Not to do anything, not to fix anything, just to receive. And quietly, let this be true. God loves you, not because you did everything right today, but because you are God's. That love reaches the places in you that feel embarrassed. That love reaches the places in you that are still grieving. That love reaches the places in you that feel ashamed. That love reaches the places in you that are tired of trying. That love reaches the places in you that still flinch inside. God is with you right here. Now take a gentle gratitude moment, not as performance, but as medicine for your mind. Tonight, thank God for simple mercies, real ones, ordinary ones, the kind you can miss when you're in survival mode. Thank God for something you had that helped you today. Thank God for a moment of protection you can't fully explain. Thank God for a task you finished, even if it was small. Thank God for a problem that didn't get worse. Thank God for a warm drink, a quiet corner, a clean towel, a working light, a steady roof, a bed to lay in. If your mind resists gratitude because your day was hard, you can still thank God for the fact that you're here, right now, breathing. You can thank God for the ability to pray. You can thank God for strength that showed up when you thought you had none. You can thank God for help that came in ways you didn't expect. An encouraging message, a moment of laughter, a solution that arrived just in time, a conflict that didn't escalate, a tiny bit of peace that visited for a minute. And you can thank God for the way your children were kept in moments you couldn't see. You can thank God for any kindness your children experienced. You can thank God for any wisdom your children showed. You can thank God for any chance your children had to breathe, to reset, to try again. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it lifts your eyes out of the swirl. It reminds your soul that God has been present in the middle of your story. Stay here with God a little longer. Now, do a heart check, softly, without judgment. Tonight, what are you carrying that isn't yours to carry? Is it regret, replaying something you wish you could redo? Is it guilt, punishing yourself for not being enough? Is it resentment, holding a debt against someone who hurt you? Is it fear, imagining worst-case scenarios for your children? Is it control, feeling like if you don't hold it all, everything will fall apart? Just notice it. No shame. God is not afraid of what's true. And now, in the quiet of this moment, surrender it to God. What you can't fix, what you can't control, what you can't change, what you can't carry without breaking. You don't have to solve it tonight. You don't have to explain it perfectly. You can simply place it in God's hands. If your mind starts listing reasons you can't let go, you can answer gently. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is not agreeing. Letting go is not saying it didn't matter. Letting go is releasing your grip so God can carry what crushes you. You don't have to hold this alone. Now receive one simple scripture, like a gentle hand on your heart tonight. As God tells you in Psalm 147:3, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Let it be personal. He heals. God is active, even when you can't feel it. The brokenhearted, you don't have to pretend you're fine to be welcomed. Binds up wounds. God is careful, patient, and protective, like a skilled healer who doesn't rush the tender places, who covers what is exposed, who stops what is bleeding, who supports what is weak until strength returns. So tonight, you are not asking God to erase your story. You are asking God to heal the injury in it. Healing can look like this. The memory may still be there, but it doesn't control you. Healing can look like this. The past happened, but it doesn't own you. Healing can look like this. You can talk about it without collapsing. Healing can look like this. You can forgive without returning to harm. Healing can look like this. You can move forward without dragging that low place behind you. Breathe again. You're safe here. Now let the tone soften even more, because bedtime is not for harshness. Sometimes, when you're worn down, your mind naturally drifts back to the same sorrowful thoughts, the ones that ask to be replayed, the ones that want to be understood, the ones that want a different ending. That's understandable. That's human. That's what tired hearts do. But tonight, you can choose a gentler path. You can let God meet you there and guide you out. So if you notice your mind slipping back into that familiar place, turn your attention back to God and breathe. Let your shoulders drop again. Let your jaw relax again. Let your hands unclench again. And let your prayer be simple. Lord, guide this mind back to peace. You're not minimizing your pain. You're choosing not to live inside it. And here is a quiet truth that can bring relief. Your feelings are real, but they don't have to lead you. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to be honest, but you are not required to obey every emotion that rises. You can acknowledge what you feel and still choose what is wise. You can feel sad and still be steady. You can feel disappointed and still be kind. You can feel afraid and still act with faith. And sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do at night is simply breathe and return to God again and again. Not with perfect words, just with a returning, just with a soft surrender. Stay here with God a little longer. Let your breathing slow your thoughts. Let your thoughts soften your body. Now take another settling pass, because your body may still be holding the day. Starting at the top of your head, relax your forehead. Let your eyebrows loosen. Let the muscles around your eyes soften. Let your jaw relax. Let your tongue rest. Let your neck release. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your arms feel heavy and supported. If your hands are clenched, open them slightly. If your fingers are tight, relax them. If your chest feels tight, breathe into it gently. If your stomach feels knotted, unclench it slowly. Let your hips settle. Let your legs release. Let your feet rest. You have carried so much. You can let your body stop holding it all at once. Now picture something simple and grounding. The end of the day in your home. Maybe there are a few cups on the counter. Maybe a chair is slightly out of place. Maybe the sink isn't empty. Maybe the laundry basket is still there, waiting. Maybe there's a sticky note with tomorrow's reminder. Maybe you meant to respond to a message and didn't. Maybe you meant to plan something and it got pushed to the side. Maybe the living room looks fine, but there's a hidden pile somewhere you'll handle later. Tonight, you don't have to finish the whole world to rest. The day is done. The home can breathe. Your heart can breathe. God is not measuring you by the state of your counters. God is not counting your worth by what you didn't complete. God can teach you to think like a loved woman. God can teach you to think like a healed woman. God can teach you to think like a woman who is being steadied. And that will bless your children more than you know. One of the greatest gifts you can give your children is not a perfect mother. It's a mother who is healing. A mother who repents quickly. A mother who apologizes when needed. A mother who doesn't make your children responsible for your emotions. A mother who carries peace inside and practices peace at home. Stay here with God a little longer. Now move into forgiveness. Gently, safely. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is not pretending the wound didn't matter. Forgiveness is not trusting someone who continues to harm you. Forgiveness is not putting yourself back in danger. Forgiveness is releasing the debt into God's hands so it doesn't poison your heart. And this can be hard, because some pain wasn't small. Some betrayal changed you. Some words were cruel. Some wounds came from people who should have protected you. Some harm came from people you once trusted. So tonight, you're not forcing emotions. You're choosing obedience and freedom. If there is someone you need to forgive, bring that person to God by name, not to relive the story, but to release the hold it has on you. Tell God the truth. You saw what happened, and you know what it cost. You know what was lost. And then surrender the rest. Ask God to heal your heart where it hurts, to free you from what still clings, and to teach you how to walk forward without bitterness. If you feel anger rise, you can acknowledge it without becoming it. If you feel grief rise, you can let it exist without drowning in it. If you feel resistance, that's not failure, that's honesty. That's a place where God can help you. You can invite willingness. You can invite softness. You can invite freedom. You can ask for the grip of that pain to loosen. You can ask for your mind to stop revisiting the same scene. You can ask for your words to become fewer and gentler when you speak about it, because the more you retell the injury, the more it can stay tender. And God is inviting you to let healing have the louder voice. Let this settle over you. Now receive God's forgiveness too. Some pain may be from what others did to you, but some pain may be from what you did while you were trying to survive. Words you wish you could take back. Choices you made in fear. Moments you weren't your best self. Maybe you were impatient. Maybe you were sharp. Maybe you withdrew. Maybe you tried to control. Maybe you reacted out of overwhelm. Regret is heavy to take to bed. So tonight, lay it down. Ask God to forgive you, and ask God to help you receive mercy. Ask God to help you stop punishing yourself for what God has forgiven. Ask God to help you stop dragging up what God has released. Ask God to make wisdom grow in you, so the same patterns don't keep repeating. You can be honest about the part you want to change without condemning yourself. You can want to grow without shaming yourself. You can name what you regret and still believe God is patient with you. God is not asking you to carry a lifetime of regret. God is inviting you into wisdom, where the past becomes a lesson, not a prison. Now take one more settling pass. because sometimes peace arrives slowly, and that is okay. Notice the quiet around you. Notice the temperature of the room. Notice the way the blanket rests on your body. Notice your breathing again. If your thoughts start running, you can let them pass like cars on a road. They can be there without you chasing them. You don't have to follow every thought. You can return to your breath. You can return to God. You can even picture placing your thoughts in open hands and setting them down, one by one, not forcing them away, just not holding them tightly. Stay here with God a little longer. Now, turn your heart toward your children. This is where your mother's intercession becomes gentle and strong, not fueled by fear, but led by trust. Picture your children wherever they are tonight, covered by the care of God. Picture them held in God's attention. Picture God meeting them in places you can't reach, in their thoughts, in their emotions, in their conversations, in their choices, in the unseen pressures that tug at them. Lord, you see every place your children stepped into today. You saw every conversation they had. You saw every look on their face that you didn't see. You saw every pressure, every temptation, every moment of loneliness, every moment of confidence, every moment of confusion, and you love them more than any human love can measure, and you can reach them in ways no human can. Bring peace for your children tonight. Peace in their bodies, peace in their minds, peace in their emotions. If any part of their day left them unsettled, ask God to quiet it. If any part of their day left them heavy, ask God to lift it gently. If any part of their day left them tempted toward self-protection or hardness, ask God to soften them with love and truth. Entrust your children's safety to God, without fear language, without panic, just trust. Ask for protection in every place they go. Ask for wisdom around relationships. Ask for discernment about what they take in. Ask for healthy boundaries in their lives. Ask for courage to walk away from what is harmful. Invite wisdom for your children. Wisdom when they feel pressured. Wisdom when they feel lonely. Wisdom when they feel angry. Wisdom when they feel curious. Wisdom when they feel unsure. Ask God to help them pause before reacting, to think clearly, to choose what is right, even when it's hard, to walk away from what is harmful, to be brave in quiet ways. Bring identity to God too. Ask God to root your children in love. Ask God to help them know they are seen. Ask God to help them know they don't have to prove themselves through performance. Ask God to help them know they don't have to chase approval. Ask God to help them know they don't have to become hard to survive. Ask for emotional steadiness for your children, not numbness, not denial. Steadiness, the ability to feel and still choose wisely. The ability to be disappointed and still be kind. The ability to be corrected and still be secure. The ability to be strong without being harsh. And bring healing where healing is needed. If there are wounds your children don't talk about, ask God to touch them. If there are burdens your children hide, ask God to lift them. If there are fears your children can't name, ask God to calm them. If there is shame trying to cling, ask God to wash it away with mercy. Stay here with God a little longer. Your prayers matter, even when they are quiet. Now pray for yourself as a mother, in a way that stays gentle and grounded. Ask God to heal your heart too, because your children are not only shaped by what happens outside your home, but by the atmosphere inside it. Ask God to steady your inner life. Ask God to deepen your peace beyond circumstances. Ask God to strengthen your patience and gentleness. Ask God to give your life stability that doesn't rise and fall with what happens around you. Ask God to help your home be a place where love is practiced, where forgiveness is normal, where peace is protected. Invite help to respond rather than react. Invite help to pause before speaking when you're tired. Invite help for words that build rather than words that tear down. Invite help to repair quickly when you miss it. Invite help to lead with humility instead of control. Invite help to be steady enough that your children feel safe around your emotions. And if you feel like your heart has been on high alert, bring your nervous system to God. Motherhood can keep you scanning, anticipating, bracing, like you have to stay ready for the next call, the next message, the next need, the next shift in mood, the next problem to solve. But tonight, you can give your body permission to stand down. Surrender the night to God. Surrender your children to God. Surrender your thoughts to God. And ask God to help your body rest. And as you rest, your faith is not sleeping. God does not need your anxiety to protect your children. God does not need your overthinking to guide them. God does not need self-punishment to make you holy. God wants your trust. So breathe again, slow and steady. If your thoughts drift, bring them back gently. If your mind tries to race, return to your breath. If your heart feels tight, put your hand back on your chest and remind your body that you are safe right now. You're safe to rest while you pray. Now, here is the one gentle next step for tomorrow. Just one. Tomorrow, before you speak to anyone else and before you take in anything on your phone, take one quiet minute and say this to God. Heal this heart and lead this day. That's it. 1 minute, one sentence. Before the noise, before the rush, before the list. Heal this heart and lead this day. Let that 1 minute begin to retrain your soul. Let it interrupt the spiral. Let it anchor you in God's love before you face anything. Now stay here a little longer and take another settling pass, because the day can leave residue on you. Notice your breathing. Notice the air moving in and out. Notice the weight of the blanket. Notice the support beneath you. Notice your hands. Notice your shoulders. Notice your jaw. If it's tight, relax it again. If your forehead is tense, soften it again. And if your mind is still trying to plan tomorrow, you can set it down for now. Tomorrow has its place, but it does not get to steal tonight. The list can wait. The message can wait. The decision can wait. The solving can wait. Sometimes your mind returns to the same worries because it thinks repetition equals control. But you can remind your mind of something truer. God is present even when you stop rehearsing the worst case. God is near even when you stop bracing. God can help you even when you rest. Stay here with God a little longer. Breathe again. Now add one more gentle intercession pass. Short, steady, and simple, so your heart ends the night anchored. Lord, bring peace to your children's minds. Bring peace to their bodies. Bring peace to their hearts. Give them wisdom and discernment. Keep them from harmful influences. Lead them toward what is good and true. Strengthen their identity. Heal what needs healing. Place trustworthy support around them. Guide them when you cannot see the path. And for you, ask God to heal your heart, steady your inner life, and make your love in the home consistent and safe. Ask God to help you be calm enough to listen, wise enough to respond, and humble enough to repair quickly. Ask God to help your home feel like refuge. Stay here with God a little longer. You are not doing this alone. Now close in a way that helps you rest. God's love is at work in your life, even in the parts that feel tired. Peace can grow in you without you forcing it. Healing can happen in layers, not all at once. Tonight, notice your thoughts slowing. Feel your breathing deepen. Your shoulders can drop. Your jaw can loosen. The heaviness may begin to feel lighter, little by little. You can entrust every door, every window, every pathway, every moment to God's care. You can bring your children to God again, gently, without panic. You can ask for peace in your home. You can ask for wisdom for your day. You can ask for guidance for your children. And when morning comes, let steadiness rise gently. Wisdom for your day, patience for your relationships, and quiet confidence that God is helping you, one step at a time. Keep the one next step close. Heal this heart and lead this day. Stay here with God a little longer. You don't have to rush away from this peace. Now breathe in slowly and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your body rest. Let your mind rest. Let your heart rest. God is awake. God is present. God is working. Sleep now, loved daughter. Sleep now, praying mother. Sleep now, safe in the hands of God. Amen.